The great Buddha once said, "The mind is everything. What you think, you become." These timeless words carry profound wisdom. Today, we embark on a journey, inspired by Buddha's teachings to explore 11 things you should quietly eliminate from your life. As we delve into each lesson, we'll draw upon the profound wisdom of Buddha to shed light on our path to inner peace and enlightenment. Lesson 1. Explaining yourself to those who cause you pain. It's a common tendency to feel compelled to justify our actions or feelings when we've been hurt by someone. However, Buddha wisely stated, "You will not be punished for your anger. You will be punished by your anger." This quote emphasizes that the anger and pain we feel when we attempt to explain ourselves to those who have hurt us can ultimately harm us more than anyone else. By letting go of the need to explain ourselves to those who have caused us pain, we can liberate ourselves from the emotional burden of seeking validation or understanding from them. This doesn't mean suppressing our feelings or dismissing the need for healthy communication in relationships, but rather recognizing that some individuals may not be open to our explanations or may not be willing to change their perspective. Lesson 2. Oversharing at the end of relationships. Lesson number 2 focuses on the importance of avoiding oversharing the details of the end of relationships. Buddha wisely advised, "Speak only endearing speech. Speech that is welcomed, speech when it brings no evil to others, is a pleasant thing." This means respecting the privacy of your past relationships and refraining from indulging in unnecessary gossip about them. When relationships come to an end, it can be a highly emotional and challenging time for both parties involved. Buddha's guidance reminds us to exercise discretion and compassion in our speech during such moments. Sharing intimate or sensitive details of a relationship's demise can often lead to more pain, not just for you, but also for the other person involved. Instead, consider the impact of your words on both yourself and the other party. Is what you're about to say necessary and beneficial, or does it simply serve to spread negativity and harm? Lesson 3. Unnecessary goals. Buddha, the Enlightened One, shared profound wisdom with the words, "The trouble is you think you have time." This timeless teaching prompts us to contemplate the fleeting nature of our existence and the value of the moments bestowed upon us. It serves as a poignant reminder that we often waste our most precious resource, time, by pursuing goals that, in the broader perspective, lack significance. Picture your life as a finite collection of moments, each akin to a jewel in the tapestry of your existence. Now, consider how frequently we squander these invaluable gems by chasing goals of little true import. These unnecessary goals may manifest as materialistic pursuits, fueled by societal pressures or trivial objectives misaligned with our core values and purpose. To heed Buddha's advice is to embark on a transformative journey of introspection and prioritization. It calls for sifting through our aspiration, discerning which ones genuinely resonate with our inner selves, align with our values, and contribute meaningfully to personal growth and the well-being of others. By relinquishing superfluous or incongruent goals, we liberate ourselves from the chains of distraction and discontent. This teaching encourages us to streamline our ambitions, concentrating on goals that nurture our souls and enrich our lives. It invites us to cherish each moment as an irreplaceable gift, unlocking the potential to craft a life not merely defined by pursuits, but as a profound and purposeful journey. Let us heed this ancient wisdom and, with mindful intention, refocus our energies on goals that truly matter, enabling us to make the most of our time and lead a life imbued with significance and fulfillment. Lesson 4. Raising your voice in frustration. Picture a moment of frustration or anger where the impulse to raise your voice arises. It's a situation where emotions push you to assert your point or release pent-up tension. Yet, Buddha's timeless wisdom offers a powerful analogy, likening holding onto anger to grasping a hot coal with the intent to throw it at someone else. The crucial insight is that, in doing so, you end up burning yourself. This analogy vividly illustrates that anger harms not only the recipient, but inflicts even greater damage upon the one harboring it. Raising your voice in frustration often initiates a cycle of negativity. It may escalate the situation, complicate the search for a constructive resolution, damage relationships by introducing hurtful yelling, and, most importantly, take a toll on your mental and emotional well-being. Buddha's guidance encourages practicing patience and calmness. Instead of impulsively reacting to emotions, take a step back to cool down. This doesn't mean suppressing feelings, but acknowledging emotions without letting them control actions. Practicing patience fosters clarity, allowing you to approach situations with a composed and rational mind. This not only improves the chances of finding mutually beneficial solutions, but also preserves harmony in relationships. Buddha's lesson on avoiding raising your voice in moments of anger reminds us that true strength lies in mastering our emotions rather than letting them master us. By practicing patience and calmness, unnecessary suffering is avoided, and the path to more harmonious and fulfilling interactions with others is paved. The next time anger surfaces, remember Buddha's wisdom and choose patience and calmness to navigate life's challenges. Lesson 5. Ceasing the constant comparison to others. In this lesson, we explore the profound teachings of Buddha, who warned against the harmful impacts of ceaselessly comparing ourselves to others. He keenly observed that such comparisons breed jealousy and insecurity, emphasizing how this habit can sow the seeds of negative emotions within us. When engaged in perpetual comparisons, we unwittingly set ourselves up for feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt. Our unique qualities, talents, and strengths often go unnoticed as our focus shifts to what we perceive as the achievements and successes of those around us. This continuous cycle of comparison can erode our self-esteem, leaving us feeling less valuable and less capable than we truly are. Buddha's guidance encourages us to break free from the shackles of comparison and embrace our individuality. Each person's journey is unique, and the path to fulfillment is personal and multifaceted. By concentrating on our own growth and celebrating our achievements, regardless of size, we cultivate a mindset of self-compassion and gratitude. The antidote to the poison of comparison is the practice of self-love and self-acceptance. Take a moment to reflect on your own journey, recognizing the progress you've made and the challenges you've overcome. Instead of measuring your worth against external benchmarks, turn your attention inward and appreciate the qualities that make you distinctly you. By relinquishing the habit of constant comparison, you pave the way for a more fulfilling and contented life. Embrace your uniqueness, honor your journey, and let go of the need to compete with others. In doing so, you not only uplift yourself, but also create a positive and supportive inner environment that fosters growth and well-being. Lesson 6. Embracing change. Change is an inevitable and integral aspect of life, yet the fear of change often permeates our thoughts and actions. Buddha, the wise sage, offered guidance on this matter, stating, "The root of suffering is attachment." In the context of fearing change, this teaching emphasizes how our attachment to the familiar and the fear of the unknown contribute to our suffering. Consider a river flowing continuously, never the same from one moment to the next. Life, much like the river, is in a perpetual state of flux. However, our minds, tethered to the desire for stability and predictability, often resist the currents of change. We become attached to the comfort of the familiar, even if it no longer serves our growth or well-being. Buddha's insight encourages us to recognize the impermanence of all things and to embrace the ebb and flow of life. Change is not the enemy, it is the natural rhythm of existence. By releasing our grip on the need for permanence, we liberate ourselves from the suffering that arises when life inevitably evolves. Fear of change can manifest in various ways. It might be the reluctance to let go of a job that no longer fulfills us, the fear of ending a relationship that has run its course, or the resistance to stepping out of our comfort zones to pursue new opportunities. Buddha's teaching invites us to confront these fears with mindfulness and courage. Instead of resisting change, consider the possibilities it holds. Change is the fertile ground for growth, transformation, and new beginnings. By embracing the fluid nature of life, we open ourselves to a world of opportunities and experiences that contribute to our evolution. So, the next time you find yourself resisting change, remember Buddha's teaching on the root of suffering. Recognize the impermanence of all things and find solace in the understanding that change is not a threat, but a gateway to a more expansive and fulfilling existence. Lesson 7. Releasing the grasp on past wounds. Buddha's wisdom extends to the intricacies of emotional healing, particularly addressing the inclination to cling to past hurt. He eloquently stated, "Holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned." This profound analogy emphasizes the self-inflicted nature of holding onto past grievances. When we cling to past hurt, we bear the burden of resentment and anger, allowing it to fester and consume our thoughts. It becomes a heavy load that weighs down our spirit and obstructs our journey to inner peace. Buddha's teaching on this matter urges us to release the grip of resentment and liberate ourselves from the shackles of past pain. The process of letting go commences with forgiveness, not necessarily for the benefit of the person who caused the hurt, but for our own liberation. Forgiveness does not condone the actions that caused the pain. Rather, it acknowledges our power to transcend the impact of those actions on our well-being. Visualize a tightly clenched fist holding onto a sharp object. The longer we hold on, the more we hurt ourselves. To release the pain, we must open our hands and let go. Similarly, to move forward, we must release the grip of past hurt and allow the wounds to heal. This teaching is not a dismissal of the pain or a trivialization of the experiences that caused it. Instead, it's an acknowledgement of the transformative power of releasing resentment. By letting go, we create space for healing, growth, and the cultivation of a mindset focused on the present moment and the possibilities it holds. Lesson 8. Relinquishing concerns about the future. Buddha's teachings provide profound insights into the nature of worry and its impact on our well-being. He wisely said, "The secret of health for both mind and body is not to mourn for the past, nor to worry about the future, but to live the present moment wisely and earnestly." This timeless wisdom emphasizes the detrimental effects of excessive worry and the importance of cultivating mindfulness in the present moment. Worrying about the future is a common human experience. The uncertainties that lie ahead, coupled with the desire for control and security, can give rise to anxiety and stress. However, Buddha's teaching encourages us to recognize that the future is inherently uncertain, and excessive worry does not alter its course. Consider the metaphor of a person carrying the weight of the world on their shoulders. The burden of constant worry about the future can be overwhelming, affecting both mental and physical well-being. Buddha's counsel directs us to shift our focus from the uncontrollable uncertainties of the future to the actionable choices we can make in the present. While planning for the future is prudent, excessive worry robs us of the joy and richness of the present moment. It distracts us from fully engaging with the experiences and opportunities that unfold before us. By cultivating mindfulness and embracing the present moment, we not only alleviate the mental burden of worry, but also empower ourselves to make conscious choices that contribute positively to our future. So, the next time the weight of the future bears down on you, remember Buddha's teaching on the secret of health. Live the present moment wisely and earnestly, for it is in the present that we find the strength to shape a future grounded in mindfulness and purpose. Lesson 9. Perfectionism. Buddha, the wise sage, imparted a profound teaching on perfectionism. There is no perfection in this world, only striving for it. This lesson invites us to explore the intricate relationship between our relentless pursuit of perfection and the inherent imperfections that are an integral part of the human experience. In a world that often glorifies unattainable ideals, it's essential to heed this guidance. Perfectionism can be a double-edged sword. While it may drive us to achieve high standards, It can also lead to unrelenting self-criticism and anxiety. Buddhist teaching encourages us to let go of the elusive notion of perfection and instead embrace our imperfections as a fundamental aspect of our humanity. By doing so, we free ourselves from the shackles of self-doubt and unrealistic expectations. This shift in perspective allows us to focus on progress, not perfection. It empowers us to set meaningful goals, work diligently towards them, and relish the journey of self-improvement without the crushing burden of unattainable perfection looming over us. Lesson 9 teaches us that the path to personal growth and fulfillment lies not in the relentless pursuit of an unattainable ideal, but in the recognition and acceptance of our imperfections. It's an invitation to lead a life guided by the principle of continuous improvement, where each step forward, no matter how small, is a cause for celebration. In embracing our imperfections, we find the true essence of our humanity and discover a profound sense of contentment and self-compassion along the way. Lesson 10: Holding on to unrealistic expectations. In the realm of Buddhist wisdom, we encounter a profound teaching in Lesson 10, holding on to unrealistic expectations. The essence of this lesson can be encapsulated in the words of Buddha himself when he said, "The root of suffering is attachment." To truly understand this, let's delve deeper. Unrealistic expectations often stem from a form of attachment, a fixation on how things should be rather than embracing how they are. This attachment can lead us down a path of discontentment and unhappiness, as we constantly chase after ideals that may be unattainable or simply not in alignment with the ever-changing nature of reality. Imagine you set impossibly high standards for yourself, your relationships, or your achievements. You become emotionally attached to these ideals, believing that they are the only path to contentment. However, when reality inevitably falls short of these expectations, suffering ensues. You may feel frustrated, disappointed, or even defeated. Buddha's wisdom advises us to release this attachment to unrealistic expectations, and, in doing so, discover contentment in the present moment. This does not mean abandoning all goals and aspiration. Rather, it invites us to approach life with a sense of flexibility and acceptance. By letting go of rigid expectations, we open ourselves up to the beauty of the present moment. We learn to appreciate what we have, acknowledge our progress, and find contentment in the journey itself rather than fixating solely on the destination. In this way, we free ourselves from the constant cycle of craving and dissatisfaction. Incorporating this teaching into our lives can lead to a profound transformation in how we experience the world. It invites us to cultivate mindfulness, a state of being fully present and aware, and to appreciate the richness of life as it unfolds. It encourages us to embrace the imperfections and uncertainties that make our journey unique and meaningful. So as we navigate the complexities of existence, let us heed the wisdom of Buddha and release the shackles of unrealistic expectations. In doing so, we open ourselves up to a more authentic and fulfilling experience of life, one where contentment is found not in an imagined future, but in the beauty of the present moment. Lesson 11: The harmful effects of gossiping. Buddha's wisdom resonates in his timeless advice: do not speak unless it improves on silence. This profound guidance encourages us to reflect on the words we choose to utter and their impact on our relationships and surroundings. Gossip, often a source of idle chatter and negativity, is something we should consciously avoid. Instead, let us strive to cultivate a more mindful and compassionate way of communication. Gossiping, while seemingly harmless at times, can have far-reaching consequences. It is the act of discussing or spreading rumors about others, often without their knowledge or consent. This behavior can damage trust, breed misunderstandings, and sow seeds of discord among individuals. By engaging in gossip, we inadvertently contribute to a toxic environment where negativity and mistrust thrive. To truly follow Buddha's advice, we should take a moment to pause and consider whether our words are enhancing the silence or disrupting it. Instead of indulging in gossip, we can choose to channel our energy into conversations that uplift and inspire. Mindful communication involves listening actively, empathizing with others, and speaking with kindness and authenticity. By refraining from gossip and embracing a more mindful approach to communication, we can nurture healthier relationships, foster trust, and create a harmonious atmosphere where silence is no longer a void but a canvas for positive and meaningful interactions. As we wrap up our exploration of these 11 lessons, which draw inspiration from the teachings of Buddhism, it's essential to keep in mind that the pursuit of inner peace and happiness is a deeply individual and introspective journey. By consciously working to eliminate the detrimental habits we've discussed from your daily life, you can pave the way for a more enriching and harmonious existence. If you found the insights shared in this video to be valuable and thought-provoking, we kindly ask you to express your support by giving it a thumbs up. Additionally, we invite you to consider subscribing to our channel to stay updated with more content aimed at enhancing your well-being. We value your input, so please feel free to share your reflections and personal experiences in the comments section below. To ensure that you never miss out on any future updates, don't forget to activate the notification bell